What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. This is actually a throwback video. It's a re-upload that I'm doing, but I'm only going to upload the talking portion of it because the talking portion is actually in like the middle / the end of a vlog. But I rewatched it a couple days ago. It's a 2-year-old video. I rewatched it a couple days ago. It was like, I actually like what I said here, but also I want to re-upload the talking portion. So also I wanted to thank y'all for subscribing, your continued support, and liking and commenting. I'm really excited about what's happening right now. It may not seem like huge numbers, but like I'm excited to even see the number jump one time a week, to see my subscriber number jump just twice a week. Like I'm actually excited about it. I can't even cap to you. So I just want to thank y'all again for that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Why I love being alone, why I enjoy being alone, is because when I'm alone, I can confront my thoughts a lot easier. I have less distractions. I can talk to myself, and not in the sense of necessarily, not necessarily talking out loud, which sometimes I do every once in a while. I'm not crazy. I'm normal, but I can talk to myself. Like I can sift through my thoughts and organize my thoughts a whole lot better when I'm alone. Like I don't have the noise and distractions of other people and other people's egos and emotions and what they want to do and how they feel, or them feeling, how they feel about something I said or did, or the lack thereof, you know what I'm saying? And while I do love being around people, when I'm around them, I very quickly get to a point of like, dang, I wish I was alone. But not because of them, more so because of me. Like, it's not that I hang around bad people or annoying people. It's me that's the problem. It's not you, it's me. But no, it's like I'm in such a mode in my life where I haven't reached my goals and dreams yet. So I'm always constantly thinking about them and how to do them better, or what steps I need to take. What's my next step and the next step, and how can I, find a different route because this didn't work, or more, new goals and new ideas come to my head, and I start trying to figure out how to do those. And that's literally on a constant basis. Like when I tell you, from the moment I wake, I'm not even gonna say from the moment I wake up, because I probably do it in my sleep. But from the moment I wake up, I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing today to work towards my purpose? What's the first step? What do I have planned out today to make this a productive day? Am I working on some edits? Am I working on photography? Am I working on music? Am I working on like what am I working on today? What as far as my plan, am I editing my plan? Am I revising? Am I changing some things up? Like I'm constantly, every single moment. Once I get to the gym, in the gym, I get all these ideas of, certain things I could do creatively. And man, the gym, I get so many ideas in the gym. While I'm driving, I get so many lyrics come to my head when I'm driving. So many sounds come to my head when I'm driving. It's just like every moment of the day, I could be out chilling at the bar or something, like the underlying thoughts are always about my career and where I can take my life. You know what I mean? I thought most people thought like that, and I think a lot of people do think like that, but I didn't realize that some people, like, it's hard for me to just be in the moment. I think I'm going on a tangent, but I promise I'm gonna bring it full circle. It's hard for me to be in the moment because I'm constantly thinking about the next steps in the future, which I'm actually making a conscious effort to be more present and more in the moment. But that's a whole nother video, whole nother conversation, whole nother topic. But I realize other people are a lot better at soaking up the moment and being present. And that's something that I can take note of when I look at some of my other friends, when I look at some of my friends, when I look at some of my family members, when I look at some of the people I follow on social media. They seem to know how to soak up the moment a lot better and live in the moment and really enjoy the moment, and even set up the moment in a way to where they're able to enjoy it. Whereas a lot of times I say F it, and I'm like, let the moment pass, I'm thinking about the future. But it's like, this, at one point in the past, this was your future, and now you're in the present, you're not even enjoying it. So why are you worried about the next futures to come, the next future moments, when you ain't gonna do nothing but skip and skate right through them motherfuckers, because you don't live in the present. You're never present. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say I'm never present, but I'm present to an extent. And in this very moment, I'm more present. In this very moment, I'm conscious of it. So now I've made a change. But, overall, like in my most recent past, and just, before that, I was very mind on the future, very this moment, not really worried about this moment, ain't gonna fully fill up, ain't gonna fully, hold on to this moment, soak up this moment, I'm on to the next. Like I was like that for so long, it caused me to forget a lot of things that happened in my life. It caused me regret, because I regret that I didn't soak up moments, you know what I'm saying? Like my whole college experience, I remember most of it, the big moments, and generally I just remember it. But I know that there's moments in time where people will remind me of something that happened, and I'm like, whoa, that totally left my brain. But it would be something that you shouldn't forget, like something, it was like something monumental or very important that you just don't forget. And I would completely just not even like, whoa, totally forgot about that, or they try to remind me of something, I may not even know what they're talking about at all and never even remember. But I realized that's because I just skate through these moments. I can't wait till the moment pass so I can get to my future. But it's like that future that I'm waiting to get to ain't gonna never exist if I can't soak up. I'm not gonna be able to enjoy that future if I can't soak up these moments. But anyway, I think I just went off on like a super duper tangent. But to bring it full circle, the reason I love being alone is because I can do that. When I'm alone, I can sit through my thoughts. I can sit with my thoughts. I can think about them into detail and know if I want to continue with that thought or throw it away. I can get to know myself more, and sifting through those thoughts and feeling those thoughts out helps me get to know myself better. What is Dareus like? What does Dareus want out of life? Does Dareus still want the same things he wanted yesterday, the day before, the month before, the year before? You know what I'm saying? It also allows me to reflect. What did Dareus do that Dareus felt like was wrong? What can Dareus better himself at? What can I take away? What can I add? You know what I'm saying? What can I be more consistent with? Where do I lack discipline at? I love to reflect because I have this natural urge to be my best self all the time, and not necessarily for show, because I don't even really like going places or being around a lot of people. As you can see, I like being alone. I like being around people, but I would rather be alone most of the time. And so me wanting to be my best self is not to show off my best self to the world or to show off my best self to friends and family, which that's a plus side. Of course, I want them to see my best self. I wouldn't want them to see my worst self or my mediocre self. You get what I'm saying? But it's more so for me. I want to be my best self to prove to myself that I can do it. Because a lot of times, in my life, I felt like the underdog. Even though I know I've had the ability, the talent, the strength, the intelligence to do whatever it is that I'm in or whatever it is I'm up for some reason, and it's a whole nother story, but I don't know if it's God intended for this to happen throughout my childhood and growing up and my young adult life. But I always end up on the underdog side. I always end up on you almost got it, or not quite first place, or we see you're so great, you have so much potential, you're so good. I don't see why you didn't get first place. I don't see. Seems like that's always been my life for the most part. I don't think, and it may sound dramatic, it may kind of sound pessimistic too, even though I know I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just, sharing my experience. I don't know if I've ever quite had a W, a full-blown, full-fledged W. And by that, and when I say that, I'm speaking in the sense of something I guess something I went out for, or something that I felt like I worked so hard for. I was so disciplined that I laid my everything out on the line, and I really put my all into this, and still never got a W. I'm not speaking in the sense of I've had W's in life. I've had great moments. And by great moments, I mean, one, getting accepted to college. That's a W. Not everybody does that, and not everybody, it's people that want to and can't afford it, or whatever the case may be. So I'm fortunate and grateful for that. That's a W. Smaller W's, I got the MacBook I wanted as soon as I needed it a few years ago. I got a car when I didn't think I was going to get a car, and way earlier than I thought I was going to get a car. So that's another W. I had a great internship. I hadn't had an internship in like a couple of years. Like I had like a drought as far as internships. And then I got this internship. I just never would have, honestly, I just didn't think I would get, like I went out for it, but I didn't, like the people I was up against, I was like, they got it. Or I didn't really say they got it. Like I went into it like I want it, I'm gonna get it. But it still shocked me when I got it. Cause I'm like, yo, that person went up for it. That person went up for it. I got it. But it also, you know, it restored, those type of W's kind of restore your confidence and let you know that you do got the juice. You do got the juice, maybe a little bit. Maybe you got more juice than what you thought. Anyway, on a tangent again, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so damn, how did I get the L's and W's from being alone? I have no idea. Wow, that means I just be talking. I need a therapist because clearly I have a lot to get out, and it's coming out in areas and ways it's not supposed to. Like, why are we talking about L's and W's when I'm supposed to be talking about? Okay, anyway, back to being alone. I like being alone because it helps me get to know myself better. It really does. It helps me to be more disciplined. It helps me to, I don't know, like, I don't have to care about what other people think when I'm alone, about things I have to say or things that I do. I don't have to feel weird. A lot of times, a lot of things that I naturally do or my natural instincts or my natural reactions, I tend to feel are weird to other people's perspectives. And that's because, not just because I just assume that, but I've been told certain things I've done is weird, or like I've just been told I'm a weird individual overall by certain people. I don't personally believe I'm weird, so to speak. I think that in certain environments, because what I'm doing or who I am is not normal or common in that environment, I seem weird. Yeah, I'm free of judgment when I'm alone. I'm free of judgment. People try to put me in a box a lot. So, box a lot. Why does that sound familiar? Box a lot. Sir barks a lot. Sir barks a lot from Johnson Family Vacation, the little imaginary dog that the youngest kid had, and I think she left Sir Barks a lot at the hotel. Yeah, people try to put me in a box very often, and maybe they won't verbally try to put me in a box or outwardly like tell me they're trying to put me in a box, or you're just this to me, or you're just that to me. But I can feel it. Like, people's reactions to certain things I do let me know that they thought I was just this way, or just that way, or just this way. One very, very simple and common example I can give you is, this is a few years ago, probably maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, but I'm black, right? Clearly I'm black. Most of my family is from the hood, country, and that type of things, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I grew up around. These are the people that I knew. They talked a certain way, acted a certain way, had a certain swag to them. So that's how, of course, naturally being in that environment, like that's how I act in certain settings, in certain environments as well. That's not the only thing that part of my life isn't the only part of my life that influenced who I am or me. So, you know, naturally every part of my life that has influenced my life blends together to make me. So when I'm in, you know, the hood environment or environment with my hood family members or friends, or, you know, and things of that nature, they'll consider me weird because I'm speaking proper English every once in a while. But if I'm in a setting of like preppy kids and like suburban kids and proper English speaking kids, they would say I don't speak proper English. They would say I speak broken English or slang or Ebonics or whatever, which is fine. I don't mind how I speak. Like, I noticed that people's comments on each side of the spectrum caused me to analyze how I speak. And then even like watching videos back and things like that, I start to realize how I talk. And it literally switches on and off all the time. Like, one sentence is proper, the next sentence is not proper. Or not proper. That's a whole other conversation. Who's to say what's proper and what's not when English literally adapts to? But that's a whole other conversation. But one sentence will be proper, the next sentence won't. One half of one sentence will be proper, the next half won't, and then one word will, one word won't. It's like it's a blend of everything that has influenced my life or what I've been around. So like so a lot of times, like if I'm in a setting that like I grew up in, or you know, around some people that grew up in the hood or whatever, and they hear me speak, one moment they'll feel like I'm one of them, and then another moment, some of them might feel like, you know, oh, you speaking a little, you a little bougie, you speaking a little proper, which is fine. I don't care if that's how they feel. I know I'm not. Actually, that's a lie. I'm bougie to an extent. Well, what society would consider bougie, but that's a whole nother conversation again. See, I keep trying to go off on these tangents. I'm gonna just post a rant one day and go off and let myself go off on every tangent. When I'm around black folks that speak, or a group of people in general that speak proper English, or that kind of think about, you know, thinking a more preppy aspect or more bougie or more, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's hard to put into words. But when I'm around them and I talk, some of them will consider me hood or too hood or you know, in certain aspects, which is funny because I think I'm probably like directly in the middle. I would say hood adjacent. I think that was a TV show. I can't remember. Funny dude that be doing like all the voice impressions, I think. Maybe not the dude that do the voice impression, but he had the show called Hood Adjacent. And when that show came out, I was like, this is the perfect way to describe me. Perfect way. But anyway, I said all that to say that the whole point of me loving to be, like the whole reason I love being alone, because I'm free of judgment. One setting that I don't have to worry about this set of people thinking I'm weird, or about that set of people thinking I'm weird. At the end of the day, I don't care very much what people think of me. Like, I'm human, let's be honest. There are moments and there's times where I care what certain people think of me, which I'm actually actively trying to get over that. Because at the end of the day, when I lay my head down at night, it's just me and God. Like, it's just me and God. So, I mean, I genuinely, truly do not care at the end of the day. Like, I don't care. You could hate me. You could think I'm stupid. You could think I look like a baboon. I don't care. Like, like if you say that to me in that split moment, I'll probably be like, what? Like, I'll probably be offended. But when it's all said and done, I don't care. Like, you don't cut my checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you don't cut my checks. You don't put food in my mouth. What you eat don't make me shit. So I don't care. That may be contrary to me wanting to be alone because I'm free of judgment. But it's true. Like, I don't care what people think of me at the end of the day, for the most part. But I also don't want my natural instincts and thoughts and feelings and how I operate to be analyzed. Like, I don't like it. It's not easy to do when it's just constantly being analyzed. And I notice when I'm with groups of people, or when I hang with a person for like an extended period of time, like, you know, you got those friends where like y'all do everything together and y'all go here, y'all, especially in college, like y'all all living in the same dorms, probably in the same hallway and all of that. Y'all end up doing a lot of stuff together. And I noticed from that is like constantly, like, it would be certain things I would do and say, or like just sharing my thoughts out loud. And after a while, I feel like either they don't get it, or they judging me, thinking I'm weird, or it's so above their head that they think I'm stupid. You get what I'm saying? I kind of get tired of that. So I prefer to be alone, work through my thoughts and all of that. But on the flip side, I love being around people. I do, because I like hearing other people's thoughts. I like to learn from other people, and I also like to show other people perspectives that maybe they didn't, think about, which I end up doing a lot. Like, I notice I'm really good at that. And sometimes it can be annoying to other people because it starts to seem very devil's advocate-like. And I don't ever want to be that person that's always playing devil's advocate. Like, the devil don't need no more advocates, and I'm for damn sure not going to be his advocate. So I don't like being that person. I know a few times I have been that person, but I do realize, like, there's a lot of moments in my life where I've said something to somebody without even necessarily trying to change their perspective, but just kind of genuinely reacting and responding, and they were like, whoa, never thought of it that way. So that might be another gift of mine. Overall, I prefer to be alone for majority of the day and for majority of the week. I'm a human being. I need social interaction to survive. So I don't want to be alone for forever. And I mean, like, I'm a human. I can't be alone for forever. I need social interaction. We're social creatures. So with that being said, I do love people. I don't want to be alone because I hate I hate mankind. I don't hate mankind. I don't know if that statement was 100% true, but yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. Like, I love being alone, but even when I'm alone, I'm like, dang, I wish I had some friends right now to hang out with. But then, like, I mess around and go hang out with those friends, and I'm like, dang, I wish I was alone. Will I ever be satisfied? Maybe not. I totally meant to use my mic. I was supposed to be using this the whole time. I get on my own. This is why I need to be alone, so I can pay more attention. Cause y'all here now. I'm talking to y'all. There's a camera right here. My brain is under the impression there's another person or there's other people in the room. So now I'm distracted. I can't even focus right.